It says 102. Dude, I just calibrated this thing. What the heck is going on? I can't get it. 99.8. Nope, 101.
A lot to digest there, right? Not really. Keep in mind this was not a full detail, so don't judge me on my interior work. I just was a spot clean. It got a little gross over the last couple weeks of use, so I just wanted to get a quick tune-up before I did my special sauce on the outside. I'll get to that in a second. What we used for the inside are tools, coffee. That's the most important part. These are called parts brushes, detail brushes. There's many different brands, many different varieties. I think this one is a Mac Shine, and then this one is just called a parts brush, I believe. They're stiff enough that you can get into some of the cup holders and some of like if you have rubber floor mats and that kind of stuff, this will kind of loosen that dirt up. And then this is a bit softer, so you can kind of just wipe your dash with this around the shifter and all that, and you won't scratch anything with this. It's really, really soft. On the interior, I use BioClean. This is diluted. I used about, call it a little less than half, and then I filled the rest with water over time. You can use it straight if you want. We recommend usually in that 3-to-1, 4-to-1 range for this. It's got a really good smell to it. It's safe. It's biodegradable. All that stuff. It won't get down your nose and your windpipes. And you know, when you use those all-purpose cleaners that are just like, oh, this is some good stuff. So I got a good clean with my BioClean, and then for my interior shine, I used White Rally. White Rally is a UV protectant for vinyl, trim, plastic. I wouldn't use it on leather. You can, it's not gonna hurt leather, but we have a leather conditioner specifically for leather. So anything on the interior, plastic, vinyl, this is great for it. It gives it a nice satin finish, a new look. It's not overly greasy. You spray it onto, in my opinion, spray it onto your microfiber first and then wipe. It'll leave behind a really good satin finish. And once it's on, you won't feel it. You can rub your finger right over top of it after you apply it. There's no grease, no residue, no leftovers. It has a great smell. It's a fresh fruit smell. So it's a nice subtle smell for the inside of your car. It's pleasant every time you open the door and smell this stuff. It's great. First, it looks clean, because it is clean, because you cleaned it with BioClean and then shined it with this. And it just has a great clean smell. So I can't recommend this enough. I love this stuff. For the outside, I wanted to do something a little fun today because it's cold out. So I did my special mix, and that's a double wax stack, what I call it. And it's using our Magnum wax. Sorry, my bottle's low here. And our PolySeal. Everyone knows all about PolySeal. It is a hybrid polymer spray sealant. It has SiO2 ceramics in it mixed with synthetic waxes that will bind to anything and give you 9 months to a year worth of protection if properly maintained on its own. We all know about PolySeal. Magnum wax, you've probably seen before. It is a wax that is best applied via an orbital. And it is amino resin wax. It's some of the hardest in the industry, so you're looking at a year of protection with this as well, out of a wax. I recommend using it with an orbital or a DA to apply. And if you watched earlier in the video, how I would do that is I would just use a soft foam polishing pad. This is a Lake Country soft charcoal foam polishing pad. And I don't even ever take the orbital past 1. I apply it just like you would a compounder polish, crisscross, grid pattern. I leave it on 1. It's just good to get a little bit of heat going and to apply it on. It's easy and smooth and perfect when applied right. This is best to leave on for 30 minutes before wiping. You've seen before in the video, you apply it. By the time you start in corner A and work your way around the vehicle. By the time you come back to the front, they'll be ready to wipe off. No matter how long you leave it on, you can apply it, go to church, go to dinner, go out to the movies, come back and wipe it off. It will come off with ease. I promise you, it will not get thick and tacky. This is really simple to remove. So it's best to leave it on for about a half an hour. Like I said, by the time you make it around the car, remove it. And then I'd give it as long as you can before applying anything else. If it's kept inside, like I did today, you could get away with that 4 to 6 hours to let it cure inside. If you're leaving it outside overnight, and if it rains or something, I'd give it about 24 hours before applying any kind of detergent or wash or anything. What I do next after my Magnum wax is then I put PolySeal on top of it. And since they are both waxes, they bind nicely to each other and bind nicely to the coating. So I do it as a double whammy because the gloss is insane, the protection is insane, and sometimes we want a little break from ceramics and graphenes and all the standard coatings that we have today. Sometimes you want to have a little fun when you put it on. That could just be the bottom line for this one. It's fun to apply. You get to break your orbital out. You're not going to damage any clear coat. You're not going to shave away any clear coat. You're just going to have some fun putting it on. Make sure you get it in all the spots. It's a really fun coating to put on. And you take a break from some of the other standard coatings that are out there when you do the double stack wax. It is a good time. It's a lot of fun. And it just makes you have that detail feel sometimes when you're stuck inside when it's super cold out. I'm not going to talk about this very much. I forgot I even did it. I did show you in the beginning of the video, I had a couple trouble spots. There was some light scratching on the car. So I used our 496 Finale soft paint polish. There's tons of content on this. Go back and check out all the content. I use this basically in every video. I use this all the time. I literally, as I was filming this outro, forgot that I used it on some trouble spots and even filmed it because I use it so much. It's a really good polish. It doesn't leave anything behind. It's good for soft paint and soft clear coat. I highly recommend it. It's really fun to use. So I did some of that first to clean up some of my trouble spots before I applied my coating. In this bottle here is my IPA mix. It's about a 15% mix IPA solution. You don't need to IPA after this because this doesn't leave anything behind. Okay, we're all together. I'm going to apply an IPA before I put on any coating. I filmed it this time. I didn't film in the last video. I filmed it this time. I IPA'd this car in 15 seconds. It took 15 seconds to IPA the car. It's that simple. I'm gonna IPA all the time because you don't know what's between your pad, your microfiber, your wax applicator, and that coating before you apply. So I go ahead of wherever I'm working with an IPA, and I spray it on, wipe, and then apply my coating. There's dust, there's dirt. I have this garage door cracked. Things fly around in the air that you can't see all the time, and they lay onto the surface. And then if you want that in between your coating and your sealant, that's up to you, okay? I'm gonna recommend putting it on an IPA before anything. So if you ask, I'm happy to answer questions because I love it. I love talking to everybody, but I'm gonna IPA before any coating or any wax. Wax is not, you can get away with it because they bind a different way than ceramic coatings, but I'm gonna tell you how to do things the right way. The right way is to put IPA. Right way, IPA. Right way, IPA. The double stack wax. It was super fun. If you saw, I did apply PolySeal with a applicator. I promise you, if you're having problems, don't think a lot of you are, but if you do have problems with PolySeal smearing because too much is being applied, I promise you, apply it with an applicator, as you saw. It is the easiest thing to do in the world. Sometimes applicators might seem like a lot more work, but they're really not because they save you work in the long run. You're able to kind of go over that with a fine-tooth comb and make sure you applied your sealant or coating or wax properly and you got all the spots, you didn't miss any. So I did apply it this way. Today, you can spray and wipe, you can apply with an orbital. There's about 10 different billion ways, 10,000 billion ways you can apply PolySeal. So I did it today just to show you how easy it can be. As far as Magnum wax, you can apply without an orbital. I find it's a lot easier to apply with an orbital. You can apply it as a hand wax as well. If you want, same principle, apply 30 minutes off. Give it as much time as you can if you're gonna double stack it with anything else. Neither of these need to be double stacked with anything else, but it was fun. If you ever want a tour of Xtreme Solutions, if you want to see how they make the products, if you want to see how they bottle the products, if you want to see how they label it and put it on the shelf, the doors are always open. You can come in, take a tour, check it out. I won't be there, but Aaron will be there, so you can see Aaron and say hello. The door is always open if you want to see how any of the stuff is made. Take a tour. It's like a brew house. If you like going to a brewery, just don't drink the product, but apply the product when you're done. So check out where we are if you ever want to come by and see some detailed products being made. If you have any ideas for a video, let me know. It'd be fun. Do a little collaboration or something. If you have any questions, let me know. We can make a video out of that as well. So Thank you guys so much. Please, again, follow us on all of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and if you're already here on YouTube, like and subscribe, everything. I let you know when we have a new video out. We usually release new products via social media, so to be first in line to get in on that, please like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you next week, and thank you so much for watching me put on my double stack wax.